Yeah, but we got a summit coming up that we're super honored for you to be presenting at. It's all about homeschooling. So in my activism, I've always focused on like the bigger picture. And of course, you're a student of the conspiratorial view of history, and our enemies most definitely are not focused on the election of the day or paying their bills this month. They have big intergenerational plans. And so when I try to think on that scale, it just always comes back to we got to prepare our children to be able to think critically, to be able to see through the lies, to have the skills and knowledge needed in order to weather the storm, and better yet, to thrive financially, entrepreneurship, sales, and stuff. So we're putting together this summit. It's taking place July 14th, kicks off at 11 a.m. Central, and it's completely free to register. Richard Grove's one of the speakers, so we're super excited to hear about the real history of government education. We got Carrie McDonald. She's an intellectual with the Foundation for Economic Education, talking about unschooling. Pam Popper, my good friend David Rodriguez, and a few others. But on top of that, we managed to book Ron Paul, which is really freaking exciting. So he's got a homeschool curriculum. He wrote this awesome book, The Homeschool Revolution. So that's really freaking cool. We're going to be interviewing him for about 15 minutes, and really excited to have him and hear his thoughts and his inspiration on all that stuff.
That's wonderful. And just a quick production note: is your mic near like on that wire? Because we're getting like a pencil writing sound. It's not too bad. Everyone could hear what you're saying. Because I wanted, we were able to hear everything you said clear. July 14th. That's a Thursday, 11 a.m. Central. It kicks off. And Ron Paul is your keynote speaker. And is my time the same? Because I think I got bumped for Ron Paul, which I don't mind. I thought that was kind of cool that he's coming to speak at your event. I'll move wherever, sir. Like,
we got you a good 35 or 40 minutes, because I know you got a lot of stuff to cover, and we definitely want to go deep. And we have you the first speaker actually after we kick it off, so I think you'll really be able to set the stage and elucidate some folks on what government school is all about, because everyone thinks like, oh, it's just getting bad and weird and woke nowadays, when in reality, ever since its inception, it's been carrying out an agenda.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to ask me questions, right? It's going to be like an interview style.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. Because it's you want 35, you want something precise. Foster Gamble asked me for 45 minutes. I gave him like 90 minutes by mistake. Like, just I can't talk that short. I wind up for a lecture. I do 6 hours talking with people.
I
so
know.
35 minutes. I need you to be like, all right. And the next point I need to get out is this. And is there anything I can do to prepare for it to make it a more excellent event for your audience?
No, I think you got it down pretty sharp. So we'll mainly just review the work of John Taylor Gatto and a lot of the research that you've done and how it plays in. And we kind of want you to present the problem. Some of the speakers later on are going to focus on the how-to, the mechanics, and hopefully empower some parents. Because I know there's a lot of parents in our community that want to pull their kids out of government school, but that for whatever reason, most often than not, it's limiting beliefs and self-imposed obstacles. But a lot of people struggle to make that leap. And so we want to help people get the knowledge and information to feel more empowered in doing so. But first, people got to be really aware of what the problem is. And when you really understand what's going on in these government schools, it'll be some more motivation for people to make that transition.
Yeah, the problem was prolific even before the 21st century. Let me put it that way. And this is also good because I got a gig next Sunday with Corbett on a solutions watch, and it's the same sort of thing, like autonomous learning systems, methods, these sort of things that people are instilling in children for homeschooling. It's very similar protocol for adults. You know, we all got brains, and this is how we can train them up to the next level. We all got brains. See, look, I'm using the Queen's English right there. All right. So how can people, your event's free on Thursday, right? Yep. And how can people get tickets?
Well, I think you guys are going to share a link with your audience. So
yeah, I have that on my to-do. Yep.
Excellent. So you can register for free, use that link, and we'll send you some emails. We'll do it on Zoom, although we'll probably make it available elsewhere as well. But if you're on Zoom, you'll be able to ask questions and be a little more interactive and participate. And if folks can't make it live, we hope that they can. But as long as you register, we'll get you access to the replay also.
All right, cool. LD's got it up on screen so folks can see that. Because even though I'm going to email people and we're talking about it, not everyone's a Tragedy and Hope member or Grand Theft World member. So I don't have all their emails. So some of them are going to be looking for the link right now from the interview when they're listening to it, either tonight or tomorrow or the next day. So give that URL.
livefree.academy/free the children. livefree.academy/free the children.
And .academy is like a .com, only it's because you have a teaching school. It's an academy. That's for people who aren't familiar with the newfangled URL suffixes and prefixes and whatnot, right? livefree.academy/free
the children.
Free the children. You have you got your whole thing and moving at high speed. You just had like all these conferences on outside and how to maximize and live free. Now you're going homeschooling. Do you have a cycle you go through during the year, like phases? Like this time of the year, it's good to be outside and talk about these things and tiny homes and, homesteading and permaculture and these sort of things. And there's a certain part of the year you're going to focus on education, or how do you have like your focus and targeted priorities?
Although we did just put out a survey and a poll to on Telegram. I'm going to send it out via email as well, and just asking a question: which of these workshop topics are you most likely to buy a ticket for? And so we just set that out with about 6 options. The one that got the most votes so far, and again, I'm still going to send it out via email, was homesteading on a budget, because that's one of the biggest obstacles that people face. And I always talk about self-imposed internal obstacles and then external obstacles. And of course, the money thing is almost entirely internal, right? You got to clear that space first and get the belief in yourself. But there's a lot of people are struggling, right? And the prospect of buying a home or buying a homestead or buying land with your friends, coming up with a big down payment, some folks are struggling to pay rent, so we want to give people some tools and some knowledge and some insights on how they can save money at the grocery store, or how they can do some canning and preserving, and how they can, like for example, here in Central Texas, we just came together with some Freedom Cell folks and we put some shares together to butcher a cow, and we ended up selling enough shares to get a whole freaking cow. So everybody's going to have that distributed. It's actually quite a bit less than at the grocery store, in spite of it being completely grass-fed and organic and raised really well. So, but to answer your question, no, I mean, it's just kind of like spontaneous order. I kind of get a feeling and connect with my audience and with the market, and try to ascertain what I think is out there and what people need, right? What the problems folks are facing. And that whole exit and build land thing, it's just something everybody's always talking about, moving out of the city, doing the intentional community thing. It's a real big dream for folks. And so when we first did it, November 2021, it was a hit already. And I was like, wow, so many people registered and signed up. So we did it again. But we're trying to poll the audience to see what's up, and folks are interested. And the thing that polled second highest is another cryptocurrency workshop, but this time focused on privacy, how to privately acquire the crypto, and then how to send and receive it. We'll do a really big emphasis on privacy coins, especially Monero. And this is really important in face of the central bank digital currencies, right? So just kind of go with the flow and then try to get feedback from the audience.
Right, that's a good way to do it. And the Exit and Build conference, I tuned into that online. It was very impressive from the standpoint of, I know what it takes to fill those 500 seats in that convention center, and it looked like a really professional, like right below Grant Cardone. Like Grant Cardone 10 years ago was doing stuff just like that, right? And I guess, like, is it your second one, or how many of you had?
That was the second one. The first one, we had a smaller venue. We had a little less than 100 people. That's all we could fit. Sold out in 2 weeks. That's how I knew that the second one would be a success too. Definitely had to work a lot harder. I honestly thought we'd sell it out a lot easier, but we were grinding away. It was one of those things where I was like, even if we have 200 or 300 people, it's still going to be a huge hit. But I was like, I want this, and I started speaking it into existence. Like, it's going to be a full room, 500 people.
What makes autonomy uniquely empowering? Autonomy is a self-help course unlike any other. Over the course of our 12-week program, you'll experience weekly live lectures from Richard Grove, specifically designed to equip you with the skills you need to set yourself free. Free from the learned helplessness taught in our schools, free from the dependence on a corrupt system that serves only to uphold the rich, free from the structure of your 9-to-5 if that's your prerogative. Plus, you'll enter into a community of like-minded individuals who are pursuing the same freedom you are, and who'll support you and learn alongside you every step of the way. A lifetime of community and the tools to live however you want. We can't wait to meet you. Learn more at getautonomy.info.